guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We had a crazy week in crypto this week. Bitcoin hit a high, all-time high, and then now look at us. We're coming down. And you would think, looking at crypto Twitter and looking at the taste, the atmosphere of everything, that the world was crumbling. But if you zoom out, we're pretty much where the Bitcoin price is pretty much where it was last week, right? Same thing. Um, you know, and historically, right before the halving, there is a downturn, 20, 30%. I don't know if that's going to happen now, but again, this is still a good opportunity for me to DCA into the projects that have come down a little bit. Again, I think this bull cycle, this year, next year, we're going to see wealth like we've never seen before. This is the opportunity to create wealth for yourself, free yourself from all those credit card bills, maybe free yourself from your job. And crypto, I believe, is the asset class that can do it for you. But nonetheless, let's take a look and see what happened this week during crypto. It's exciting. I know right now things are a little bit down, but hey, we still got the memes, and the memes are ripping right now, right? So let's take a look and see what we have. Again, I see this as an opportunity. This is not time to be doom and gloom and selling your bags, unless you made some profits, of course. But right now, I'm exciting. I'm taking advantage of the opportunities. Doing something a little bit different today. Let's do the bubbles. I think this crypto banter and his bubbles, these are very cool. But if we look at what's green for the week, right? We're just taking a looking at the week right now. We see AVAX is up 28%, Sol's up 32%, Jupiter, which is a perpetual exchange on Solana, is up 69%. Think it reached an all-time high. Near is up 34%. And we talked about on the channel the news why that is. Pyth, Oracle built on Solana, is up 28.9%. Then you got Toncoin, which is like Telegram's on-chain, their crypto projects up 34%. BNB is up 88.5%. Theta. Again, just look at all this red. This is opportunity. Look at ADA, down 7%. I still believe in ADA, good opportunity. Beam down 16%, good opportunity. Just opportunities all over, right? ETH, if you're a fan of ETH, you still down 8%. If you want the DCA into that, you still got a chance, because I think ETH still has some room to grow, especially ETF goes up and it's approved. But just look at all this opportunity all over, right? So Celestia down 13.9%. Great opportunity. Say, which I'll talk about in this video, down a little bit, just a percent. But man, look at it, man. Just opportunities all over. So me, I'm an optimist. Instead of seeing doom and gloom, I say, okay, boop, time to fill up my bags. We got a little haircut on some of these projects here. So that's what it is for the week. If we look at today, let's click on that. We see some green. Near is still up 11.5%. Render is killing it, 19.2%. Fetch AI play up 13.2%. Theta up 8.5%. So still not too bad. I would say took a haircut. This is a good opportunity here because we see the potential. This thing hit over $1. Right now it's back down under. So you're almost guaranteed to get this as far as a return on investment. So say it's probably a time to fill up big bags right now. Again, this is not financial advice. It's just me talking out loud. So yeah, that's what we got there. So looking at coin market cap, BTC currently at the time of the video, 67,000. So not too bad. Let's see here, 24-hour volume, 54 billion. Looking at Sol's at 191. Can we hit 200 this week? Can we hit 200 this week? Remember, Sol was at $8 at some point, and now this thing's about to hit 200, and we're not even peak bull yet. Just imagine. Some people are predicting a Sol price of 500 to 1,000 by the end of 2024. Not even peak bull next year for this year. Let's see if that happens. So that's very interesting to me. But overall, we talked about it in the previous slide as far as bubbles go. What are the good deals and what's happening right now? But that's it. Fear and greed index, we're at 82% or 82, which is extreme greed, which is good. Let's take a look at the overall crypto market, down almost 2%, 2.5 trillion. Not too shabby. Bitcoin dominance of 51.9% and ETH dominance at 16.9%. So people got wrecked, right? I would say at this market, why would you try to short Bitcoin. When you think it's time to short it, and yes, it's been pumping, and it's time to short it, never reacts the way you want it to. Sometimes you win, but most of the time you lose. 24-hour shorts on Bitcoin, 33 million, ETH, 29 million, Solana, 17 million, and it goes on and on and on. Basically, don't play with this type of stuff, liquidations. You see it here unless you really know what you're doing. I don't do it. I just DCA basically and take profits when it's time to do so. So let's take a look at the weekly inflows for our ETFs, US ETFs. Look at this. Week 10. Wow. IBIT, right? BlackRock purchased 34,000 BTC. Crazy, right? Fidelity, almost 10,000 BTC. Then you have 2140 ARK Invest, and then Bybit 1410. These people, these ETFs are just gobbling it all up. When you see the price go down to 67, 65, and you get feared out the market, they're just buying it. They're just buying all the Bitcoin. So, at the end of the day, this is a store of value. My Bitcoin, I don't ever plan on selling, at least not in the near future. My alts, definitely, that's what I'm trading. But my ultimate plan is to hold on to my Bitcoin, and that is my 401k plan. At some point, I truly believe holding on to Bitcoin will make you a millionaire. And the goal, and everyone's goal, is to have one Bitcoin at minimum. Because at some point, it's not going to happen. We're still early, although these ETFs are making it hard to do so. But if you have a chance, whatever alts, let me not say you, because I'm not offering advice, but whatever, profits I make, obviously I have goals and things I want to take care of, but whatever extra, I'll definitely roll that into Bitcoin so that, I could just continue to stack that, because I think that will separate you from everyone else in the future. Not truly. Bitcoin Hodl, this guy over in the UK, he said that if you want your last name to mean something, you own a Bitcoin. Now, that's a bit extreme, but I get what he's saying. Obviously, to separate yourself from others, if you want true wealth, not holding on to fiat, I think Bitcoin is the way to do that. So these alts, definitely you can make way more than just, trading Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, I think it's wise for everyone to at least attain one Bitcoin. These guys, these ETFs and their clients, they see something, right? They won't just keep buying something that they know is going to go down. They're in the business of making money. And if you look at this, they know where this thing's headed, and they're not stopping. They're just going to keep buying, and hopefully we don't keep selling to them. You want to hold on to it. Mr. 100, he keeps, not only ETFs are buying, but Mr. 100 is also buying. Who is Mr. 100? No one knows. I don't know who that person is. People are speculating that it could be Jeff Bezos, right? Former CEO, owner of Amazon. But this dude has been buying, he or she or entity has been buying like crazy. According to On-Chain Metrics, they're saying that it's not an ETF, not a company. They think it's an individual buying, but who knows? This person is named Mr. 100 and has accumulated over 52,000, almost 53,000 Bitcoin, worth over 3.5 billion, right? And as of this week, have they stopped purchasing Bitcoin? No, they purchased another 1,000 Bitcoin, another 1,000. So that's crazy. And you just have this type of person purchasing, and then you have the ETFs purchasing, not to mention whales that already have some, probably accumulating more. Just for the little people like you and me, it's going to be even harder for us to accumulate. If it's hard now, just imagine what it's going to be in 3, 4, 5 years. So that's why I think it's in everybody's best interest to at least accumulate one. Senators urge SEC to halt crypto ETF approvals amid concerns. Unfortunately, it looks like it's senior U.S. senators on the Democratic side that are looking or asking SEC chair to halt any future crypto spot ETFs. And we know that the next one on deck is going to be Ethereum. May is another decision date for them, and then I think it's in August. That's probably when the final decision comes as far as if one will be approved this year. And the senators are citing that it's not mature enough, and it's ripe for fraud and all these things, and citing that the Bitcoin spot ETF has also showed signs of it being weak. I don't know which ETF they're looking at and what data they're looking at, but this is the reasons. These are the reasons they're citing for this. So it's just something interesting that we know that there's opposition on the government level. Will this come to fruition? No one knows. We know that Gary and SEC had no leg to stand on to keep denying the spot ETFs for Bitcoin. So we'll see if the same holds true for Ethereum. Next, we have El Salvador. We know that they were one of the first nations to accept BTC as legal tender, and right now they're still popular. They're still doing it. And according to this, they've moved 400 million in BTC into a cold storage wallet this week. Now, this 400 million number is more than people estimated that they even had. So, they're still doing it. They still believe in it. They see other nations, and Argentina, to name one, how the inflation's in the hundreds, just the fiat's worth nothing, basically. You see others, I think it's Turkey or somewhere like that, where the fiat just thrown out into the street because it's worth nothing. This president is trying to avoid that. He sees the future. He sees the value in Bitcoin, and I think others will follow. Maybe not now, still too early, but in years to come, I believe this guy will look like a genius, and all these other countries and nations they'll follow in his footsteps. But still good news for Bitcoin and the crypto space in general. Now, Vanguard's outgoing CEO still says that Bitcoin ETF, he doesn't think it was needed, and he still thinks he made the right decision, blah, blah, blah. He's on his way out, but, he cites a lot of reasons. He says, we don't believe it belongs, like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio of someone saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset. I agree. It is speculative. I agree with that part of it. But, just look at history. History proves it. Speculative asset versus holding fiat. Fiat, there was an article that came out at Truflation that right now is over 20% as far as inflation goes. So if you held money in an account for, let's say, 4 or 5 years, 5,000, it's minus 20%, right? Versus Bitcoin, you look at just the price action between 5 years and now. Would you rather have negative 20 something percent or whatever the gains is in Bitcoin? So I get what he's saying. Old school heads pretty much don't understand it. They like safe, and Bitcoin is risky. Yes, it's true, but I totally disagree. Anyway, this joker's out, so whatever. But it's interesting that Vanguard, if you look at their corporate holdings, their stocks that they hold, they're a big holder of Coinbase. I think they're one of the biggest of Coinbase. What does Coinbase do? They custody crypto, right? So why is he saying this? So they tell the public one thing, but on the back end, they're doing something else. And if you look at MicroStrategy, who owns that? Vanguard owns MicroStrategy. That's very interesting. And then you also look at, I think, Marathon, another Bitcoin miner. Vanguard also owns them as well. So you do the math, right? They tell you one thing in the press and the media and everyone listens to that. But then on the back end, they're all in on crypto. So don't let them fool you. So we'll see what the new CEO has to say about this. And also, JP Morgan Chase refuses to reimburse customer after $7,900 drained from their account. So this customer noticed some fraudulent activity going on, alerted the bank of it, and lo and behold, the money was gone. What did the bank do? Hey, we told you about it. You didn't do anything to stop it. Can you refund our money? Bank says no. Right? It's crazy how this thing happens, right? But if it happened in the crypto space, it'd be big news. See, I told you it was fraud. That'd be the theme. But stuff like this happens all the time. That's why we bank ourselves. That's why you have a cold wallet. That's why you can, transfer funds between you and another wallet and not have to deal with any of this. If you mess up, it's on your own. It's not because someone linked into your account. As long as you protect your seed phrase and everything like that, we don't have to deal with this. And I hope one day it comes to that where, we don't need middlemen. We could just transact amongst ourselves. That's the ultimate goal. But again, another reason to hold crypto, right? Now, so let's take a look. There was a Dencun upgrade for Ethereum this week, and the price of Ethereum was going up, hit 4,000, based on possible spot ETF being approved and this upgrade. But the upgrade turned out to be, looks like a sell the news event. Basically, the upgrade benefited more so the L2s. The fees dropped. People were hoping that the fees would be dropped on Ethereum as well. Unfortunately, gas fees still remain high if you interact with the ETH chain itself. But it did help the, L2s. Again, if you've seen my past videos, ETH should be respected. But as far as me, I'm looking out towards the future. And as far as the L1, for me, my pick, the number one L1 is going to be Solana right now. I just think with the L2s and just too much going on with Ethereum, I like to deal with one chain that's cheap, that's fast, and Ethereum is, Solana is it for me. But no disrespect to ETH. ETH, I think, will do great come this bull cycle at the peak. So next, let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia's price also went up. Not Nvidia. Near. Near's price also went up as well. Near was stagnant for a while in that $2 range, and then all of a sudden it hit like $7 this week. And the reason why, they have an AI conference and something's going to be announced with the Nvidia, and we know that Nvidia right now is the darling of the U.S. stock market. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up, mainly because of AI. AI. They make the chips that help AI grow, and so basically you need Nvidia and its product in order for the AI boom to continue. And we'll see what happens. I don't know what the partnership's going to entail, if it's a real partnership or just speculative art partnership, but we'll see. And once that information comes out, I'll definitely be covering it because I like Near. I like Nvidia as well. So it's a marriage in heaven, if you ask me. So that's why the price of Near has gone up. So that's good. Next, let's take a look at Sol. Sol has been pumping. If you looked at yesterday, Friday, and yesterday, the market was at a downturn, but Sol was just going up, right? And the interaction with memes, and we'll talk about all of that, but just a lot of activity on the chain. Also, it's in a battle with Binance to overtake that spot, right? You got Tether, then you got Binance and Sol, and they're going neck and neck as far as the market cap goes. And if we look at this here, if you just look here, look at the market cap, you see BNB right now is a market cap 85 billion. Solana is at 84 billion. So they're right there. And with all the activity going on in Solana, I can see this surpassing BNB at some point, but we'll see. But that's that. But anyway, Binance integrated in their Web3 wallet Sol. So now you can trade Sol and access a range of dApps and upcoming airdrops. So it's good interaction between the Binance wallet and Solana. I think it's only going to help the Solana chain, right? Just more accessible now. So that's nice. Also with Solana, over 1.4 million active wallets interacted with the ecosystem over the past 24 hours. The growth is 75%. New wallets created 617,000. Again, the chain, just the usage of the chain, whether it's used for DeFi, memes, NFTs, whatever, it's ridiculous. And that's the project you want to be a part of, right? I mean, right now it's the one as far as all the activities on Solana right now. There's others that are up and coming that I think are definitely good projects, good investments. But I've been talking about Solana all along, and I think right now this bull cycle is probably going to be the top L1. Again, that's just my opinion. We're still early, so we'll see what happens. Also, there's a new meme called NAP. It hits 250 million market cap in less than 4 hours of the launch. So this was like yesterday late night, early this morning, already hit 250 million. Will it follow the footsteps of Book of Memes? Book of Meme went up 345 in 24 hours. I think now it has $1 billion market cap. Also, another meme on Solana. So it's crazy. So I don't know what this snap is. Is it too late to get in? Considering the fact that this one just blew and hit $1 billion market cap. This one's at 250 at the time of the video. Who knows? It could probably have potential to hit that as well, the billion mark. So crazy things happening. A lot of people are excited about memes. Again, a lot of the younger folks, even some older DJs, I tend to be a DJ as well. Sometimes, waiting for the returns and everything like that can get boring. You want to turn in a quick 50, quick 100, quick 200 into thousands of dollars, or become a quick millionaire. And younger folks, when they see the price of Bitcoin, to own one, you got to pay over 60 grand for it. That's not enticing to them. But hey, I can pay, whatever, and have thousands and million shares of a meme and possibly become a millionaire. That's what I like. That's what they want to hear. So again, that's driving a lot of the momentum, a lot of the activity on the Solana blockchain. But it's more to it than just that. They have a lot to offer. But the memes right now definitely driving the liquidity in the space. So that's interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Next, Elon, to talk about memes as well. He's been real quiet on social media talking about Doge. We know last bull cycle, he was all about Doge, tweeting about it. Even had something on SNL about it. But after that, the SNL, that was pretty much the peak, and then it went down. It was at 70 cents and went down after that. But he was at a conference and they asked him about Doge, and basically he said, well, when he was at the Tesla factories, two different ones, they would ask him about Doge, and he didn't know what it was, and he found out about it, and he called it the people's currency. And basically, he said, Doge is one of his favorite cryptos. So that because of that, the price of Doge went up a little bit. And here he was quoted as saying, this is back in 2019, Doge might be my favorite cryptocurrency. It's pretty cool. So, he's still talking about Doge. He hasn't forgotten about it. And then someone asked him, well, can you purchase Tesla with Doge? And he said, at some point, I think we should enable that. So we know that X, formerly known as Twitter, is going to income or start integrating payment systems, and crypto's possibly going to be a part of that. So we'll see what happens. Could Doge be used as payment and X? I don't see why not, especially if you know the history between Elon and Doge. And also, it'll go crazy if you can purchase a Tesla with Doge. That'll be real crazy. But that's the meme coin news. Next, let's take a look at Pyth. Pyth is a oracle on Solana, and it also went up in price. And also, they basically, the only news I saw on Pyth was that launch on Injective and EVM. So basically, there's some integration now between Injective and Pyth, and that's pretty cool, right? NEVM is the first rollup specifically designed for concurrent virtual machine development. This groundbreaking technology allows developers to leverage the strengths of various virtual machines, including WASM, NEVM, and SVM, all secured by the Injective blockchain. So Pyth has been doing big things. We know that Chainlink is the big daddy, big oracle. They have the CCIP, and that's doing wonders. But Pyth is there too. And all the newer ones I've covered, they're using Pyth as an oracle as well. So your Says and all the newer fast L1s, they're choosing Pyth. And if we look at the market cap between Pyth and Chainlink, there it is, right? Market cap's a 10 billion market cap for Chainlink versus Pyth 1.4 billion. So can Pyth get into 50% of the market cap of this? We know that as the crypto market goes up, Chainlink market cap will also go up. This will also go up. So can Pyth get a 33%, a third of the market cap of Chainlink based on all the innovations and everything that they're doing? I think yes. So if that's the case, I think this price will definitely go up higher. So Pyth is definitely in my bag. It's in my millionaire portfolio. I think it's going to do great this bull cycle. But the price of Pyth did go up. And if you look at the last 7 days, it's up 31%. Pretty nice. Not too shabby. Also, Say went up over $1 the end of the week. That was pretty good. I was talking about Say when it was like 50, 60 cents. It's a fast L1. Definitely was focused on the DeFi space, but that's not all they do. They have a meme, Sayans, they have other ones, they have NFTs. And just if you look and see what they're doing, check out articles on them. They're just continuing to improve. They're still getting grants. Their ecosystem is getting bigger. Right now, they have a parallel stack that they just introduced, basically assisting or crafting it for L2s and rollups. So, they're doing big things right now. And Say is one to watch right now. And I just showed you with the bubbles that it's under a certain amount. So let's look at for the day, down 11.3%. So Say is one that right now no one's really talking about. It got some buzz when the price hit over $1, but this is probably a nice one too. I'm a big believer in Say as well. It's one that's in my millionaire portfolio as well. So a lot of good things happening. So guys, what I'm excited for the week upcoming, let's see what happens with the price of Bitcoin. Right now, I'm mainly focused on my alts and building my bags there. Say like we just covered, Pyth we just talked about. Jupiter is a good one. Sol right now is a little bit too rich, but I'll wait and see if there's some dips to get into that. But there's tons of opportunities there, and we're still early. I know you're hearing stories of people making tons and tons of money, but we're still early here. Continue to focus on DCAing into the bags that you really like, and let's just see where the future goes. I'm very, very excited about the crypto space, and I hope you are too. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your time with your family and friends, and catch you later. Talk to you later. Thank you for spending your time with me.